Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Kralalien and this is episode 163. I have company this time again. I know you missed him. He's here. He's on my lap. You can find me online everywhere as Kralalien. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, the works basically. I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl or .com. And I also have a Patreon. You can find me at patreon.com/Kralalien. All the links are in the description box down below on YouTube. So you can just click around there. I'm just checking what Binks is doing. He's doing better. He gained weight and we are hopeful. So, yeah, I'll tell more about it later. I'm just gonna dive in with finished objects. It's a bit disputable. Yeah, well, they are finished, but they're really tiny. In this project bag by Kaz, it has a new project in there. I have these cute little baby socks. I have two pair finished, one like the original pattern with a long leg and one with a shorter leg. Because I thought, well, those legs are really long, maybe a bit shorter is better for summer or something. They are, let me find the pattern, I have it in here, the Finnish baby socks, the train socks, because they have a really nice story behind them. In 1940, Finland was at war with the Soviet Union. Kerttu Latvala was traveling by train with her 2-month-old daughter, Terttu. Bombing has destroyed the tracks and they had to wait several hours in the train. Sitting opposite to them was a retired handcrafts teacher who felt bad for the baby without warm socks. So she undid enough of the weaving of her woolen jacket to be able to make a pair of socks for the baby. From then on, Mrs. Latvala has made a pair of socks when someone has had a new baby. She has knitted several hundreds of pairs of these socks during her lifetime. Terttu Latvala, the daughter, continued the tradition, knitting over 200 pairs herself. So, and it also says, in addition to being easy on the eyes, the socks also stay up very well on little feet. And that was the main reason I took this pattern. Because, well, they look a little bit weird with the ribbing and ribbing, pearl bumps, like ribbing this way, ribbing that way. And yeah, Miss Laia is very vocal today. We do not know what is her problem, but apparently she has one and everybody needs to know. But they look a bit weird, but everybody told me who had knit them for a baby that they stayed up so well. And babies can hardly kick them off. So I thought that is a good idea. What you're hearing is the dishwasher plus Binks who is eating, which is a good sign. So yeah, 2 pairs. This one is I've Been Slimed by Undercover Otter. It is the Squirm base. And this is the Soft Sock base, which is basically the same, in Pumpkin Season, my own colorway, Colourful Creativity yarn. And those are the only finished objects. And here is the work in progress. This is Colourful Smooth Sock in No Rainbows Without Rain. And I am knitting one. This is gonna be a longer one again. This is light fingering yarn, so I thought they were thinner anyways. So it would be okay to make long socks with that. I'm knitting all of these on 2.5mm needles because that's my go-to. Higher sharps. And they knit up reasonably fast. I am currently knitting really slow. Basically 3 days for a baby sock. Sometimes 3 days for a pair of baby socks. I guess I have to take a break because Binks is in the litter box. It's gonna be a smelly one. I cleaned up the mess. I didn't want to sit in that smell all the video long. He is back in his bed. So Miss Laia too. It should be quiet from here on out. I know you like it when they run around, but it's so much easier if they don't. Next project I am working on is in this cute Elmwood craft bag that I got from my friend Angela of the Yarn and Yarns podcast and yarn store. It is a Schoppel Zauberball in the colorway Jacke wie Hose. And this is how it is knitting up. Look at that. These will be socks for Robert, and I cast this on because we wanted to go to the cinema and I didn't have a plain vanilla knit. We then didn't go to the cinema, but we did go to the cinema last week. So I took this with me. I did about 20 rounds on the leg and a little bit on the heel flap. I then had the idea I went wrong somewhere because the movie was a bit darker than I expected, so there wasn't a lot of light to knit with, especially not if you're in a darker color. So I didn't really think this through. Also, the Zauberball is a 2-ply, which splits easily if you go wrong. So that wasn't the smartest idea I ever had. But hey, I knitted during the movie for a bit and then was like in the break, oh drat, I have to measure because I might be too far already. I was just at the right moment. So I then started the heel flap and yeah, then just enjoyed the movie. We went to see Wonka and I really loved it. So I recommend it if you like musical movies. If you don't, I can totally see why you wouldn't like it. These are knit again on 2.5mm high sharps. Robert always has about 72 stitches. What else? 20 rounds of cuff, 60 rounds of leg. 60, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, 60 round of leg. Then a heel flap and gusset heel. And then a long foot. So that's this one. I'm happy it saw progress and it is growing. This is basically my take everywhere project, but now it's in this stage of the heel flap and later on the heel turn. I have to do it at home so I can really pick up the stitches neatly, do the calculating on the heel turn and everything. And then I have this project. It moved project bags, finally, but still. I wound almost all the yarn and it fits in this bag and the project just sits on top. And if I were to take the project somewhere, like yesterday at my father-in-law's birthday, I just took one ball of yarn and the project. That was all I needed. And because it is in the mindless stage of going round and round and round in stockinette. And let me show you the front. Let's see. This is the center back. Yeah. Here you go. This is the colorwork yoke. And it worked out really well with the leather back jacquard, which I will show you on this side. It's really stretchy and it fits really nicely. I think it is a bit big. It may be a bit that it has a bit too much fabric here, but we'll see. It's an oversized sweater. I don't think I ever made anything with that much positive ease. I'm not gonna block it really a lot. Usually I block it widthwise or lengthwise, and this one is just gonna be, it may be lengthwise because I don't know if I have enough yarn. I read the pattern wrong for the length of the sweater. It's a really cropped sweater because she is just so tiny and petite. It has you knit the body for about 9 inch or so. Well, that's not even getting to my belly button. So I need at least 18 inch. So I really hope I have enough yarn left for that. Maybe it will be short sleeves. We'll see what happens. I knit a decent amount after splitting for the sleeves, like I think a good 3 inches now. But it needs 18, so I have 15 more to go, which is super boring, but also super nice sometimes. So I have to be in the mood for it. That's just it. I have to be in the mood for it, because yeah, it is a lot, and I am a bit angry about the length of the sweater being so short, and I might not have enough yarn. I'm knitting at the moment for the stockinette in the round on 4mm high sharps, and the yarn I'm using, let me see if I have a ball band. I do, is Rowan Valley Tweed. There you go. And I have 3 colors. This is the ball band for the yellow, which is Yellow Hammer. I do not have other ones, do I? Oh, the pocket is a lot deeper than I thought. I also have Beedale, and I think that's this color, the wine. And then I should have another one, because there's also this, but I do not have the ball band, and I do not know the color of that. So there were like so many ball bands because of this one that I threw away a lot already, and totally forgot that it could have been the one for the turquoise. But I do have another skein of that has the ball band on, so in my stash it won't get lost. It's a day. Let's see. The sweater is called Gardengate, and it is by Jenn Steingass. Yeah, not sure if you can see how tiny she is. I don't see it on a pattern that this bit is only 9 inch, but I could have guessed, because the depth of the yoke was about 11 inch for my size. So if that is 11 and it's halfway, yeah, then that's only that much. So she is kind of short. And like my friend Zoe of the Pins and Needles podcast said it so nicely, not everybody has a nice Amazonian body like we do. We are both very tall. So yeah, that's really funny. Project number 3, and that's all the knitting I've been doing. It hasn't been a lot. I've been really busy dyeing. I did launch the Yak sock, and it's all in the web shop now. So, but I've also been doing some embroidery on my penguin polar bear. Was it the Misfit? This one was the Misfit, right? Yeah, the Misfit by Heritage Crafts embroidery. And this is how far I am now. So I made some nice progress in a month, I think. Hopefully I can manage to be over halfway at the end of this month, maybe a little bit further. I think I did about a quarter in a month, quarter to 1/3. So I'm really enjoying it again. Just every day a tiny bit will get me there. And for those who don't know how it looks, here is the result. I really like it. And this one was mostly picked by Robert. It is 14 count, which means that I'm embroidering with 2 threads of the DMC cottons. It is an Aida fabric, which is really nice, and I am coloring it in with pencil. And I still have a lot to do, and then I also have to do all the outlines, and the outlines is not the bit I like, so oh well, we'll see. We will see. I am using my Plistre project bag for it. I thought that is a nice sturdy bag that keeps it all together, but also really slim. So I can just push it in my cart somewhere. Then, no spinning, but I did print for my e-spinner. I printed a woolly winder bobbin, and I'm not sure if you can really see it. Yeah, it's really shiny, that you can see. But I used a sparkle filament, and I also used my sparkle plate. So the bed of the printer is heated, but on top of that is a special plate where it sticks on, but also comes off later. And I have one special plate that has rainbow holographic glitter, but you don't really see it on this one because it has tiny ridges, but it is really smooth and makes it really shiny, and I really like that. The only thing I have to do is glue this part in, because apparently it doesn't have a, where you just push it in and it sticks. It comes out. It will turn loosely if I put it in the woolly winder. So I have to find the right glue, and I have been too lazy to do so. So that's the only thing I did spinning wise. Let me take a sip of tea. Something else I also did was wind a hell of a lot of yarn. I went into my stash because my cousin is having a baby, and she's basically the only one in the family. Well, officially she's a distant cousin, but to me she's just my cousin. Our moms are nieces, and well, I call her my aunt, basically. It's a difficult thing, but oh well. She wanted a baby for a long time, and finally it worked. So I have been printing out baby patterns, and I have been going through my stash, and I want to make her a nice collection of things for basically from newborn to a year, and make all the baby knits. Apparently I'm up to that now. Things have been different, that I have ignored it and just bought stuff and was like, nope, 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 I'm not knitting for anyone's baby anymore until we have one our own. Well, that's not happening, so apparently I'm over it now, and I can do baby knits again, which makes me really happy and pleased. You already saw the socks. I'm knitting plenty of them. I have a cute little, I didn't print all the front pages, so I have a cute little cardigan with some lace. Is there a better photo? I don't think so. These are almost all free patterns, probably all actually. Look, there's more lace on the shoulders. That looks like raglan increases are done with lace, which is nice. I have the Newborn Vertebrae by Kelly van Niekerk. There, you can see it probably. It is a open front cardigan, so babies always spit on the front and you don't have to clean up the cardigan every freaking time, which I think is smart, and I heard it was a good idea, so I'm knitting her one of those. And this sweet baby sweater by Caro Wiens. It has like tiny buttons on the front, so it will go over the head easy, and I think the size is 4 to 6 months. Yes. So that's what I'm knitting, and today I found even more cute patterns This is the garter stitch baby kimono by Hohi Locatelli. And this looks so simple and so cute. And it has multiple sizes, like newborn 1 to 3 months and 3 to 6 months. Where I can, I will knit the biggest size, usually, probably. Bertram, a little sweet baby set by Hanne Pjetstedt. Also looked really cute. Not sure if I'm gonna knit the pants, but the cardigan looks really cute. It's also in 3 sizes, 3 months, 6 months, and 9 to 12 months. And this Cocoa cardigan by Claudia Q. I thought that was really cute with the stripes. Also came in multiple sizes. It came in a lot of sizes. 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 years old. So this one is definitely one that I'm gonna knit. Maybe a bigger one. So yeah, that's all the patterns. Or basically, actually not all. I also have another one in a book. But I put the book away. It is by Stephanie Lotfan, the self-striping book. And there's a cute little baby cardigan in it. I will show a photo of that, a screenshot of the Ravelry page. That I ordered yarn for because I did not have self-striping in a color that I would want a baby cardigan in. But I have been going through my stash and I now have so many pretty stash cakes, and I went through my stash, through my de-stash, and through my scrap yarn stash. So much yarn. This is all soft sock. So this is warmer woolies. This is mostly smooth sock, so light fingering weight. I went with all the very nice soft yarn that I think is soft, because I wouldn't want to knit scratchy sock yarn for a baby. And then I have this one. This is also soft yarn, though the Regia baby line is not the softest, but probably good enough for socks. And I found a BFL in my de-stash yarn that was also really soft. I thought BFL was scratchier, but this one is really soft. So I'm probably knitting. Oh, I think the garter one by Hohi Locatelli might be nice in that one. But I'm still contemplating my choices, mixing and matching. And then I also got a card from my old classmate, and we reconnected on Instagram a few years ago. And she also got a baby, so going to make something for her as well. So yeah, I'm all into baby knits. I'm just procrastinating on casting on because I do not know what yarn combo I want with what pattern, and it's overwhelming. And when I pick one, I don't have the right needle size because I have it in a project, because I have so many whips. Not helping. So I'm running around in that circle a bit, which is okay. I do not have a lot of brain space at the moment to start new patterns anyway. But I will someday soon start a baby knit, or a sweater, or a cardigan. So that's all my projects, and my brain space is basically going to the shop at the moment. I have no acquisitions again. The yarn I ordered isn't in yet. And those 2 balls of self-striping is the only stuff I ordered, so I was good. Not if you order a lot of yarn, you're not good, but for me, at the moment, it is using the stash. That stash you saw is just a teeny tiny bit of what I have. So using the stash is more important than buying new stuff at the moment. I'm also getting high on my own supply, because I've been really busy dyeing up the rainbow boxes, and I really love the color. It is so good and so lurid and so bright. It makes me really happy. I cannot wait to send the boxes out. It has to wait a little because I'm not done yet. I have to make all the extras and fill them up and skein, twist the yarn. The yarn is at the moment in the dye pots, partially, and yeah, I'm having fun in my studio. I also, like I already said, published all the Yak sock in the shop. One color is already sold out, the navy blue. I have tried to dye it again, but somewhere made a mistake. And that batch is not okay, but I'm gonna make a one-off with it. Like half the skein is blue and half the skein is partially undyed. Like, that's not what I planned. So yeah, things still go wrong, even if you're dyeing for 9 years already. I got a notification from something that I founded Colourful Creativity in 2015. So it was like 9 years. How did it go by so quick? It feels like ages, and at the same time, I do not remember it being that long. I still think it's only been a few years, but it's not. Next year it will be the 10-year anniversary, so crazy. What else did I do? Not much. So I guess that's it for everything fibercraft related, and we're going into the personal stuff. If you're not interested, totally fine. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. And for those sticking around, thank you for hearing me blabber. This one is all about Binks. We went to the vet just after the last video, I think, for the ultrasound. And that's the dishwasher. Yeah, I took the right moment. Thank you. He had his blood pressure taken, which was good. They do that on the tail. It was very interesting. They just sit him down, put the thing around the tail, and just pet him. They do it like a couple of times, maybe even 10 times or so, just to make sure he's used to that feeling and his blood pressure can go down again, because he doesn't need to stress. It's not painful or anything, it's just annoying. And we just kept petting him and cuddling with him while he was sitting there in his basket. So yeah, that was all fine. He had a good blood pressure. He then had an ultrasound, which showed us he had a enlarged spleen with maybe 2 darker spots that could be tumor or something not good. They cannot do a biopsy of that because they would go through the rest of the tissue, and blood can be, if it's wrong, like cancer, then it can go into the rest of the bloodstream and you get cancer everywhere instead of just in the spleen. So they cannot do a biopsy. The only way to be sure what it is to take out the spleen, which is a really big surgery because they have to open him up all the way. He's 11. He's not the youngest. We know he's a bad patient after surgeries, from the surgeries he's had. And he needs a lot of recovery from it. And I am just not feeling that good about doing that. Because, well, like I said, he's 11. How much time do we win if it is bad news? And how are we doing if it is not cancer and everything was okay, and the enlarged spleen is part of his family tree or something? And why did he lose weight then? So yeah, we are currently waiting. He did also have the x-ray and his lungs are clean and everything. He is getting some prednisone every other day to keep his autoimmune disease at bay. He has spots on his tongue and it has a special name, and it's a very long difficult name I did not remember, but yeah, that basically is like a chemotherapy for him already, for cats in general. So it could be that those prednisone pills keep that whatever is going on in his spleen small. We took some very special food from the vet. I told you last time probably. He had been eating that very well. He doesn't like it anymore. So I bought the big bag and nope, I'm not eating that anymore. We have other nice food now for him. So he is eating again. He gained weight again. He is happier. He's playing. He is running around on the cat tree on the big cabinet that we have the cat tree next to. So they can actually run a lot more. So yeah, he is basically back to normal, and we're still very, very careful with him, looking for everything he does. But he's doing everything he has to, and yeah. No clue what was wrong. We have our annual checkup and vaccinations on Monday, so in 2 days. Hopefully everything will be okay. I think he gained about 120 grams from the lowest point. So I'm very hopeful that he's doing well. And yeah, that's about it. We went to the cinema. Already told you. And further, I'm just busy with dyeing yarn and making nice things for you all. So I hope to see you again next time. I'm going to edit this now and hopefully upload it today, so you can watch this on the weekend. And I will see you again next time. Bye bye.